Hey there, Joven here. Do people even still buy college books in this big 2025? Well, that's what I'm trying to answer today. And today, I have brought some guests that are definitely way more smarter than me to tell me whether or not college books are still even worth it. So, where exactly is the best place to start? Well, there's no better place to start than the beginning. So, what is actually a book?
I don't know, a piece of text with pages in between.
Collection of information that is put onto paper.
They're combined to like leather. In the olden times, they used to like put pigskin and they used to like stretch it out and fucking use the intestines to like wrap them together.
In the age of technology, there are also digital books, which are generally physical books but digitized, so you can read them online on like a Kindle, a computer, a phone. Technology, yay!
Okay, that last question may have been too simple. So let's get a little bit more specific, shall we? Now, this time, what even is college?
It's a school for like bigger, smarter people ish sometimes.
A place where you learn skills to specialize in a certain craft or trade or profession, whether that be education, finance, computer science, etc., etc.
So now, combining book and college, what is this unholy concoction of a college book?
Expensive.
A college book? That's propaganda. That's some bullshit right there.
Oh god. Well, a college textbook usually is a very organized and collected research and findings from professors, but at the same time, a very expensive piece of text.
Now, before we ask these people what their opinions are on college books, we first gotta ask the basic question of, do they even buy them?
If I have to.
No, I don't.
Sometimes, at the beginning, like the first couple semesters, I was, but now I just rent or buy them used.
Now that we know their stances on college books, now we gotta ask the hard-hitting questions. Are they actually worth it, or are they simply just scams?
The fact that they charge me for college books when I'm already paying tuition, absolutely it's a scam.
It depends on how you use them. If you don't use them at all, yeah, they can be seen as scams. But if you do end up using them, I wouldn't see them as scams. Just very expensive and very costly.
Sometimes. I've had some useful textbooks. Those were actually the free ones. Well, actually, some of the useful ones I paid for. But thankfully, I have professors who are pretty chill about giving us free access to things.
I've heard some rumors, but what exactly does pirates and sailing the seven seas have to do anything with college books?
Well, so back in the olden days, pirates would sail the high seas and steal stuff from people, right? Which is illegal, allegedly. So, that's where we get the term pirating from, where somebody steals something, generally a piece, like, of something online in these days. It basically steals it and reproduces it and gives it out, generally for free. Illegally, allegedly. But for a lot of people, they might not be able to afford textbooks or like streaming services to watch movies. And some companies aren't that great to give your money to. So piracy is for the people. Communism!
So how do I join this group and sail these waves?
I'm not telling you. Not on camera.
Good answer, good answer.
I don't know, you just gotta be smart. Like generally, how to join one of these? I don't know, I never joined one. I don't do anything illegal.
Well, there's things like Anna's Archive. You can just ask classmates a lot of times, like in a class Discord, they're just gonna give it to you. they're gonna be like, yo, like, got a book? I'm like, yeah. Like last time I had like most of my classes, I saved like $300 because my classmates just passed me the books. This class I had like 2 or 3 readings of books I needed. I got it all for free. Things like Anna's Archive, Z Library, Pirate Bay. Okay, don't use that. It's not really good anymore. It's just full of malware at this point. Maybe like 5-10 years ago. But yeah, just various websites and stuff.
On a serious note, can this problem even be improved upon in the future? Or currently, is there just no solution to it? Is the problem gonna continue to persist in the future?
Nope. Nope. Like I've said before, pirating has always been a thing. Like, even if it isn't like digital, it could be like physical type of things. Because I know in the past people like used to copy down different types of books that they found or whatever. I think that's how they like preserve knowledge, anyways.
At this point, like a lot of the times, like the people who made the textbooks, like you can just email them and they'd be more than happy to like give you their work or give them a textbook. Or like all the times when you have to like pay for like professional studies and stuff, I've heard and across many forums and platforms, you can just literally just email them and the authors and researchers be more than happy to give it to you for free.
One thing that I guess the university can do is reduce the prices of books. You know, allow students who buy the books to have like a discounted price. You know, when people buy these textbooks, it's under the premise that they are like academic books that are like, you know, the highest grains of research, and I think it's not very fitting for students to have that expectation placed upon them. You know, they're there for the required readings, they're there for the required research. They are not there particularly for, you know, the entire readings. So I feel like it's more fitting if, you know, students pay less.
I think it can. I mean, I talked to somebody who said that back when he was in college, like in the olden days, like 30 years ago, the school he went to actually provided all textbooks for free. So you can either, I personally would prefer it to be a part of my tuition that I'm aware of when I go to the school, so that I can prepare in advance instead of being blindsided by it like a couple weeks into the semester. So you can have universities provide them for free, and then like there's a larger problem of how expensive higher education is, which is not a problem in most other advanced countries. So redistributing tax dollars to support education can also help with then having schools will have more resources to pay and provide textbooks for their students.
So what even is the takeaway to this? What is the moral of the story? Well, I'll tell you. I think the moral is you don't pay for shit. Disregard that last statement. The true moral of the story is whatever you decide. You can either find a solution to fix this problem, or we can just find another way to tiptoe around it. Find a way that's most beneficial to us. It's you to decide, not for me. I have no legal advice. So, thank you for watching, and we should all probably go to bed soon, right?